Now, you know, we have a lot of children within the system, within our community that's need to be adopted. And this story that we're going to show you here is a prime example that people who can't have children within our community, we need to really start to get our children out of that system and put them in loving homes. But let me show you why I say that. Let's roll this clip.
We're willing to make to relocate it to somewhere that doesn't stand for justice as our courthouses do.
But Say Their Names Alabama has some opposition from about 24 members and supporters of the Sons of Confederate Veterans.
Regardless how the next person feel, I'm not gonna take my flag down. If I got anything to do with it, ain't no monument gonna come down.
Daniel Sims says he was adopted as a child.
My whole family's white. Went to all white school, grew up in an all white neighborhood. My grandfather was white, and he was the main one that fought in this war here. And he's taught me everything I know.
He explains how he'd feel if the statues and flag were relocated.
It may make my blood boil if they just come up here and feel like they can just tear it down. I don't see me still living if they do that right there. That monument ain't hurting nobody. That monument ain't killing a soul. It ain't talking bad to nobody. It ain't even racist.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a Dave Chappelle skit. This is not the Clayton Bigsby skit from the Chappelle show. This is a real life guy, Daniel Sims. And he was happy about everything being white for him. You get what I'm saying? He was raised in a white neighborhood, and you saw here he had just had a big smile on his face. I mean, he had such joy to tell people he went to school. School, bruh. School. Man, come on, brother. But look, he is just gone. He is gone. He is a Confederate. I mean, he got the big Confederate hat. They let him be the spokesperson for them that day. I mean, he's part of the Sons of Confederate Soldiers. I mean, he is the man out there. That is interesting. Now, this is another example of us not knowing who we are. Only people that don't know who they are can even be turned into a son of a Confederate. And you know, for me, it's sad. I know we laughing about this guy, and a lot of people are laughing, people's roasting, but it's sad. It's sad because this is another effect of slavery. Because when we look at black immigrants that come into this country, they know who they are. They know what countries they're from. They know their traditions. They know their languages. And they hold that dear and tight to themselves. And a lot of times, whether they intentionally do it or not, they separate themselves, you know, from black Americans for a lot of reasons. And some of that just, well, this is our culture, so we kind of want to live with each other. And that's fine. But us, yes, we have created a culture here, but we have done this, you know, over the years and, you know, figuring out what can, you know, we do to create different, you know, parts of our culture. But the bad part is, you know, other people's cultures are constantly co-opted. Other people's cultures aren't saying, well, it's just not black culture. It's American culture. It's everybody's culture. You know, nobody says that to Nigerians. Nobody says that to people from Jamaica. Nobody says that. They just mostly say it to us, you know, for the most part. But this is the thing. I always said this. The worst part of slavery was losing who we were, losing our languages, but this is the thing. We have created our own culture here in America. Yes, we have. But also, I'm a firm believer of we do need to connect back with the continent. And the great thing about us, we don't have to be relegated to one part of the continent. The whole continent we can explore and connect with. You know, because you got some black folks that feel that we only just need to connect with West Africa. No, you don't. Whatever part that your heart leads you is where you need to go. Like for me, at least, I was led to East Africa. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now. It's East Africa. Some people could be West Africa, but shout out to them. Some people could be, you know, the southern part of Africa. Wherever God leads you, that's where you go. But this brother here, funny as it is, it's sad. It is sad to the core. Like, how can you be so lost and so far gone that you really believe the Confederates was for him? The Confederates wanted people like him on the plantation. They fought to keep him on the plantation. even the creator of the Confederate battle flag, because it's not really the Confederate flag, it's the Confederate battle flag. Even the guy that created the Confederate battle flag said that flag represents white supremacy. He said it. I mean, it's not a secret. And yet this guy is so far gone that he'd rather be a happy slave in America, but he don't know who he is. That is, God, that's so sad. I would not want my life relegated to living a complete lie, not knowing who I am. He is an original man. The original DNA is in the body of that man. And he's believing a freaking lie that comes from white supremacy. Man, I hope that brother can get free one day of that chain and shackle that's on his mind. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about, this brother, this very, very lost brother within our community. And, this is what you see in Babylon, unfortunately. A lot of lost people. Some people may be really far gone like this one, but some may be just 2 steps from it. But they're still lost. And unfortunately, this is things that we got to deal with. And that's why the awakening is a good thing for us. And even who's in the White House right now has caused a lot of people to wake up, because you can't really be too comfortable, in your lies, or even be comfortable in not knowing who you are too much anymore.